Good morning, everyone. This is Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and we are back with more Wizardry, Tale of the Forsaken Land for today. Hope you're doing well out there. Last time we left off, we had made some good progress through the first level. Party is hovering between levels 5 and 6. Well, we have some spell components, but I believe we're saving up for that vellum. So we're probably going to go right into the dungeon here. No reason to wait around, no reason to head anywhere else, really. So let's head in real quick. See what we got going on here. Back in the old fortress. Each floor of the dungeon, by the way, is going to have its own name, so keep an eye out. And again, as per the usual for this floor of the dungeon, we're not going to seek out combat, especially not in the early stage here, but we're not going to turn it down. Starting off pretty well against a harpy and some orcs. We know how this goes from last time. I'm going to use that restrict shot to our advantage and put the fighters on harpy duty. Keo takes out the harpy in the first strike. Nice and easy. Do not mind the orcs running away. At this point, that's saving us time more than losing us experience. We'd have got maybe another little bit out of them. Let's check this room out. This is that girl's room with the diary. This is actually where I find a good deal of lock practice, because the diary keeps a little track of events as you go through. Let's go ahead and try and unlock it, just for the heck of it. Nice, easy one. We unlock it. It's got 2 pages in it. First page actually recounts the time when we crashed her room. She couldn't believe it, didn't steal anything, but it's still like being a burglar. That is fair. Not like she had a keep out sign, though. At least she didn't have her diary looked at. Turns out if we had read it earlier, there wouldn't have been anything to read. And then she's hoping for a prince on a white horse. Okay. Page 2. Turned in a quest today at the tavern for the first time. Pissed off at the bartender for telling me how ridiculous my quest is. I'll show him. So she's got a quest back in town. Hope somebody accepts my quest soon. Good-looking 25 or 26-year-old sorcerer. Jeez. So that is a fascinating look into the mind of that girl who's potentially going to be a client of ours, since she turned a quest in at the dungeon. Go ahead through to the other side here. But first we pause for some slimes, and our buddy the giant toad. I haven't seen him in a few. Again, we're just going to go restrict shot here. I have full confidence that Keo's going to take the toad out. Nope. Well, Ricardo definitely followed up well. Slimes really don't give anything in the way of experience by this point, but it is reassuring to know that they aren't running away. For the sake of variety, let's do a double slash. Let's get a little overkill in on this slime, huh? So by quick math, Keo and Ricardo did 120 damage to that slime, which is enough to kill it about 10 times over. That's a safe estimate. We've got a cutscene here at the door. We're meeting up with this very serious and well-groomed knight. Placed a hand on his sword and looked this way. Goes, only noblemen are allowed in this room. Well, we've passed through it about 4 times by now. Those who can overcome the Chief of the Queen's Guard's test shall be allowed to go in. Do you have the courage to try the test? I mean, we stared down Virgo. I don't see why we wouldn't. Then show me your courage. Are you prepared? Yeah, we're all set. Full hit points, full spells. Let's do this. Try defeating these monsters that Sir Ladois has created. He's created 3 harpies. I think we got this. Restrict shot and let the fighters have a ball. First one down, no problem. Second one down, no problem. And the third is going to run right into the trap. That was the proverbial flying fish in a barrel. The knight says he shall firmly acknowledge our strength. Our entrance is now granted. Just be sure to mind your manners. Always love getting etiquette lessons from somebody who just threw monsters at us. Says a sorcerer dressed in a robe and an elegant lady in a white dress were discussing something. They stopped talking at the sound of the opening door and looked this way. There was a surprised look on the sorcerer's face. So there you could see our sorcerer guy. Says, you're... The sorcerer whispered and shook his head with closed eyes. The look of surprise was gone. Dude's got red eyes. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Instead, he stared this way with a sharp look in his eyes. Says, I'm Ladois Almze. I'm the leader of Her Majesty's Shield, the Queen's Guards, and I shall introduce to you the ruler of Duhan, Queen Atelier? I'm going with that, Atelier. On your knees, adventurers. Ladois spoke with a clear, dominant voice. It was a voice used to giving orders. Do we get down on our knees or stare back at Ladois? Well, royal etiquette says we should kneel. But I just had to fight 3 harpies to get into this room, to get a pass. I'm really not liking this guy's attitude this morning. So for lack of coffee, I'm just going to stare back at him. Agog stared back at Chief Ladois. Ladois laughed sarcastically. I commend you for having the guts to neglect my orders, but there won't be a next time. Just remember that. A heartless glare shined in Ladois' eyes. The glare faded before you could even react. Your Majesty, do you wish to have a few words with this person? The Queen nodded in response to Ladois and then turned her cold eyes towards you. All who come to the Labyrinth will be under Duhan's supervision. Presently, the soldiers of Duhan are examining the Labyrinth, but it is difficult to tell if there has been any progress. We cannot perform a full investigation with the soldiers that we have left. Many have perished during the flash. Okay, so they're having some hardships themselves here. Recently, a huge number of the undead are emerging. Thus, the number of soldiers have decreased even more. The Queen spoke indifferently. We cannot allow any more soldiers to perish. Thus, we are allowing you adventurers to go into the Labyrinth. That's good to know. We're basically crash test dummies. But in all fairness, it's not like we're going in there for altruistic means either. One of the things I liked about this game, it didn't really BS with the noble motivations. Do not forget where you stand. You are to assist in this investigation in every way possible. If you obstruct any soldiers, we shall punish you accordingly. If you have any conflicting ideas, it would be best for you to leave now. All you do is nod in approval at the Queen's statements as if they were read from a script. They do kind of feel that way, both in the phrasing and with the lack of passion she's saying them. She goes, "Very well. In return for your cooperation, I shall allow you to do as you wish with the treasures that you find." Also an interesting tidbit. Makes sense mechanically for the game, but if you're hurting that badly as a, kingdom and country, wouldn't you want some of that treasure back? We will also have no involvement in any disputes you may have with the other adventurers. Quarrel as you wish. Ledois, give this person a pass. Certainly, Ledois says. By the way, Ledois' staff is awesome. Ledois pulled out a vellum for you. It looked like this is the pass. Says, just show this to the guard in front of the stairs leading down. We got the pass. Before you do that, we have a job to request of you. The unit is investigating the undead monsters is missing. You are ordered to find the unit. Of course, there shall be a reward, so there is no need to worry. As you nodded, Ledois twisted his lips to hold back his emotions. It appeared that he had laughed. Now, you may go on. And we are ushered out of the room. You felt the glistening eyes of the Queen and Ledois follow your every move until you stepped out of the room. Okay. We are to the other side now, and we have obtained our pass. So we can finally get down to the second floor once we're done beating up things like these slimes and frog. Keo takes out the toad. Welcome surprise there. Wow. Match that with a double whiff. Let's see what we got. Frog tongue, that's about it. Here comes the bogey cat. Want to play defensive with the bogey cat for now? That worked out perfectly. If Ricardo hits, this should be a finish. There we go. Okay, Keo is under 1,000 to the next level. Run into a pretty elf girl gazing at the sight of falling snow. The girl had such a calm expression, gazing at her white surroundings, looking dignified, like a noble bishop communicating with God. As if she felt you approaching her, she turned slowly towards you, then spoke in a soft tone. Can you feel it? The sadness that surrounds this labyrinth. That is what calls the monsters to this place. Just the way the loneliness of the dead call upon the living. And the snow, the border of reality and the other world, is indistinct here. Okay, so that seems a little mumbo-jumbo-ish, but in the terms of this RPG, we can kind of work with that a bit. After the girl bowed shallowly to you, she covered her body with her cape from the cold air and walked deeper into the labyrinth. Strange encounter there, to be certain. Here we've got 3 orcs and 3 kobolds. Just go with our tried and true restrict, shot, and attack. Chance that third orc flees, but I doubt it from the front line. Nope, 3 for 3 on those. And we know the kobolds really don't flee in general. They're kind of your low-level, hyper-aggressive monsters. So the same pattern should work out perfectly. Indeed it does. Again, we didn't expect any of these battles to be challenging in the least, so it's not like there's anything to really celebrate there. Just job well done clearing it out. Got a mysterious axe. It was presented to Ricardo, so let's take a moment. Go ahead, hand that over, and see what it is. Give it to our bishop buddy Agog, who is going to appraise it. Just a hand axe. Well, just a hand axe is better than the long sword Ricardo is currently using. No reason not to use it. So let's ship it back up to him and have him equip it. Now his attack is all the way up to 31. That's where Goths will be. Still hasn't returned after our initial visit. Okay, so we have a line of orcs here, and this is usually where you would have to worry about a rush. I'm going to take a gamble here and say we get a couple of attacks off before they rush. And yeah, that's going to prevent them from doing it with only 4. And we may actually one-round this encounter thanks to that wonderful restrict shot. Kind of crazy how well that works, actually. Now, you may be asking why I'm even bothering with battles like this, and the answer is simple. We're not just building up, levels in gold. We're also building up trust. So, trying to build up that party rank through positive encounters. Here we're stopped again, and it says the adventurers who left behind the betrayal sword earlier have set up a camp not too far from you. They were talking loudly without any concern for their surroundings. Yeah, we remember these guys. The thief's pissed. How could Queen Atelier be kind? She's a brand... Wow. Dude's just not mincing words today. He's pissed, and he thinks the queen is a brainless bitch. That's just harsh. Warrior says, calm down, I'm sure she is kind. Can't you tell by the way she rules the land? Yeah, by letting people take stuff out of a dungeon for being, human meat shields for her soldiers. Didn't you receive charity a few times when you were in the slums? He goes, well, yeah, but... Okay, so pretty decent back and forth between these two. Warrior says, I understand you didn't like her attitude earlier, but look at the town's situation. We should understand that the Queen is stressing out. But what I hate even more is that old fart Ladois. I think that's fair. Not too many people are going to like Ladois. He treated us like trash. Are the Queen's Guards that great? The warrior goes on to say the Queen's Guards have the highest social class of all soldiers. They are always beside the Queen to protect her from anything. She puts her full trust in them, especially because they're strong. Guy's even stronger than you, and the warrior says, I'm no comparison. So he goes on to explain that Ladois the sorcerer has a good command of all spells and a thorough knowledge of many things. There's a priestess named Sophia, who is a Queen's Guard as well as her head servant. Nothing she can't cure. Colgan the ninja can defeat the fire dragon all alone. And there's one more, a rookie of the Queen's Guard, but with some serious skills. Thief goes, geez, they're monsters. If they're that strong, they should be the ones going into the labyrinth. Warrior says, besides Ladois and Colgan, the others have been missing since the Flash. That's why they're probably short-handed. Thief Kid hits on the truth here. We're just convenient guinea pigs for them. Which is fair, but again, it's not like we weren't heading in anyway. Dang, that pisses him off. Great, now he's pissed again. Should just give them false information and rack up our rewards. Bishop says, I don't want to lose my life for your stupid mistake. Girl had not spoken a word until now. She goes, when some guys did that before, they were burned by Ladois' fire spell. They were accused of treason against the Queen. Not even a pinch of ash was left. Not only do the Queen's Guards act as her shield, but also as her sword. They will protect the Queen from anybody and will punish without mercy those who betray her. They are the Queen's blade, sharp, strong, and merciless. The girl glanced at the boy thief. It would probably be smarter not to go against the Queen. Boy thief clicked his tongue in disappointment. So we get a nice little cutscene explaining the importance of the Queen's Guard there. A little bit of that party dynamic, too, between those guys. Make our way back up here. And we're going to where we had met up with the swordsman previously, learned the basic allied actions, and... Creepy voice echoed from overhead. Says, attention adventurers, a shop has newly opened for your convenience. As soon as the voice was gone, your body moved as if it was being dragged by something. Once again, the creepy voice echoed. Please, come visit us. The Smiley Shop. Now, if you remember, this is the room we encountered that guy who was poisoned. There's a box. It is empty. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Malefic's Smiley Shop. If this is your first time, please read the explanation. Okay. Welcome. This store has no attendant. The merchandise is in the leather bag on the left. If you see anything you like, feel free to purchase it. Place your money in the leather bag to the right. Don't forget to pay. A security alarm is installed. If there is any suspicion of theft, our security guards, young Malefics, will be moving in. So the Malefics are like lesser demons. And this is apparently an on-your-honor adventurer shop, with the caveat that if you try and steal from it, you run into lesser demons. I don't think there's a way mechanically in the game to steal from it. I think that's just flavor that they threw in. Kind of a nice touch, though. It says, please use good judgment. Please be aware that if you break the rules, your life may not be spared. Signed by the owner, a Malefic himself. Let's check out what he's got. He's got transfer potion, healing potion, antidote, curing potion for 20,000, and a guiding staff. So that's a good array of stuff. Just basics, but if you need to restock, if you need anything, you got that little shop there to restock here in the second half of the first level. Gonna make our way in. We really haven't explored much of this room at all, and it's a pretty expansive area. It says a young warrior covered with cuts and bruises came running with a tense expression. Once again, a warrior sort of like Ricardo. He goes, "Holy moly, I didn't think it was for real. I thought it was just a rumor spread so the guys who've already been there wouldn't have any rivals." Warrior goes, "Hey." You tried to ignore him, but you were stopped by the warrior. Don't know why we'd be ignoring him anyway. Goes, "If you're going down there, be careful. If you take your sweet time, you'll be caught by the Reaper." You don't believe me, do you? I didn't believe it either at first. I thought it was just a fable. And look what happened. When I got possessed, I couldn't even fight back. If I died there, I would have lost my soul. Would have taken it away. Will you believe him or don't believe him? So permadeath is a very real part of the Wizardry series. Sometime down the road, I think I would like to do a playthrough of the first Wizardry for my retro channel. Maybe stream that too. That would be a fun classic game to do. But permadeath is a very real thing in this. And with all the strange things coming up here, I would believe the character would believe in that. I don't know. I'm sort of 50-50 on it, because we've also shown that when, things go out of their way to be scary, we usually stand up against. Oh, what the heck, let's believe him. No reason for him to lie to us. Believing attitude gave good impressions with comrades with a good or neutral attribute. That's a good sign. We're building up that trust. Anyway, if it appears, just run the heck away like I did. If you accidentally get possessed, just hurry back to the temple. The priests can help you, although it will cost you. Just be on the lookout. The warrior whispered a prayer as he left. So he's apparently survived a possession. And this is what we're talking about. The wall sort of opens up there. You see the Reaper coming out. And he's going to be looking for us here. See him right there with that black cloud. And he's going to be hovering through our mini-map as well. I'm not planning on going overly far here. I'm certainly not going to tempt possession. But I do kind of want to explore this area a bit. So we're running into some stiffer competition here. We've got 3 rogues and 3 kobolds. Hit that restrict shot and attack away. No point in fixing what isn't broke, right? Keo takes out 1 kobold, Ricardo the second, and the 3rd kobold pretty much takes itself out via our casters in the back row. Who, by the way, have yet to fire up a spell. There's a solid 180 experience. So the values are going up a bit. There we pick up some Thief's Blood. Get that wonderful little heartbeat sound. Up, too late. We got possessed, so it is time to head back to town. Okay, we do have that spare transfer potion. Let's go ahead and use it. Before we go to the inn, we will be going to the Salem Temple. Go in the midst of a song-like prayer, a group of adventurers knelt with their heads bowed. As the prayer became more intense, a warm ray of light filled the room. The ashes on the altar slowly formed into the shape of a man. After opening his eyes, he sat up with a confused look. The adventurers let out a holler of joy and embraced the man. Warrior says, "You fool, don't you dare try something like that again. You're lucky that you were able to be resurrected. If that failed, you would have been gone forever." So like I said, in these games, if your character dies, you can try and resurrect them, but that's not 100%, and if it fails, you get turned into ashes. You could either sort of let the ashes sit there, or you could try a much more cost and resource intense spell to revive from the ashes. If that fails, they're gone for good. Thief says, "Yeah, that's right. Of course, I'd like the treasures, but you're more important than that." He showed a bashful smile hearing his comrade's words. "So, welcome to the Salem Temple. We welcome you with open arms." Going to choose Purify, and it's going to cost a good chunk of change. 1,200 gold to purify Ricardo. There we go. Our business is concluded there. Let's go back in. Hit the lodgings. Not that we really lost anything at any point. Just sort of muscle memory. Exit out. Go to the item shop. We do have that sword to sell. Which item are we looking to sell? The longsword. 500, okay. Nothing else, really. And I don't think we can make that vellum yet. Nope, still looking for that pixie's wing. While we're in town here, let's go ahead and pop in at the bar. See if there's anything new we could take quest-wise, since we may have been tipped off as to one. Let's go ahead and check out the old quest list. It says, "I'm opening a magic stone shop. Retrieve a specific stone in the labyrinth for my fabulous plan. I'll reveal my secret plan to whomever accepts the quest. Experience is only 200, but we'll get a magic stone from it, so it's worth it." Go ahead, take it. Girl says, "Wait." As you tried to leave the tavern, an energetic girl ran up to you. "Hey, it's that girl from last time out, the one with the diary." She goes, "I made it. You're the one, right? I'm Helga Schumann. Nice to meet you. The bartender told me you accepted my quest." "Hey, wait a second. You were that peeping Tom." I see she remembers us. "How dare you just walk into a helpless maiden's room like that?" "Oh, who cares? Anyway, the quest. You're lucky that you're able to grant my wishes. You better be honored." This conversation's just kind of flying everywhere, isn't it? She goes, "So listen up, I'm gonna be rich soon. When I thought up this idea, even I was afraid of my own intelligence. You cast a spell on a stone. I call it magic stone. Okay. all goes well, I'll be able to make magic stones without materials. Then I'll open Duhan's first magic stone shop. If a magic stone shop opens, then you won't need Vigor's shop anymore, right? Well, we'll still sell items there. Then customers will swarm to my store like flies to... Yeah, she actually says booyah. I'll be the most popular store around. Cha-ching. Charming how poorly this language has aged. So I need a stone. A stone, I say. In reality, all I need is any old stone, but the stones in the labyrinth seem stronger. And she gets excited and goes, "That's it, that stone you have, that's a labyrinth stone. It's the one that stone fetish orc was carrying. I was hoping I could get my hands on that stone. Hey, gimme, it's for me, right?" Sure, it's for her, why not? That'll complete the quest. She's like, "Alright, I misjudged you. You've reached the rank of good person on my charts. Congratulations. We're now a certified good person. I'm a big step closer to my magic stone shop. I have to bring this home and start researching. Thanks a bunch. You can come if you want. I'll show you the historic moment when a magic stone is born." Toodles. Now, we've already seen tons of magic stones be created, and the materials aren't difficult to find, so you just know this is going to backfire awkwardly. We'll have to save that for next time. That should be a riot. Helga left with a big grin on her face. And we got a Cretus stone for it, which is that fire spell. And 200 experience. Get the old complete there. And I think that's all there was in the way of quests. Go ahead, exit. Rank 1, rank 2. Yeah, let's level our fire spell up. I know we haven't been casting a lot, but when you do cast, you want it to pack a punch. Let's go to the guild. Check that place out. Walk in, and we're met by a girl going, "Huh? Allied action?" The girl was questioning the clerk wonderingly. She goes, "What's allied action? A new type of spell?" The clerk says, "You don't know?" Girl says, "I just wanted to learn spells." Goes, "This is tough. I'll register you anyway, but..." The clerk was talking in a kind tone. Goes, "I don't think you're cut out to be an adventurer." After thanking the clerk, the girl turned around. Your eyes meet. She goes, I'm sorry." The girl ran away, embarrassed. Here's some laughter. Goes, "Ha ha ha, what an amusing girl." Next to you stood a knight dressed in splendid armor. That armor is splendid. Goes, "I praise her for the courage she has, confronting the labyrinth without even knowing what the allied action is. From his appearance and behavior, he is most likely from a distinguished family." It says, "Allied actions are group skills. Teamwork can overcome anything. It is such a simple idea. This is no longer the same style of fighting as in the past. They not only look for courage and strength in a leader, but trust as well. A bond is only formed when there is a trusted leader. You seem to know the importance of AAs having people with you." "Yeah, I know the importance of AAs. They got us through that Virgo fight." He goes, "In order to conquer the labyrinth, you need to take more precautions. Come back here after you develop more trust. When you do, you should be able to master new AAs." The man suppressed his laughter as he walked away. So there we do have a tab for AA mastering. Let's see if there's any that we can learn. Which type of allied action would you like? So we can learn the rush technique. That's going to cost us 2,000. What else do we got? There's nothing for defense. nothing for spells, and nothing for assisted. So yeah, that makes it easy. We could go ahead and learn the rush technique for 2,000 gold. I'd say that's worth it. We've mastered the rush from the Guildmaster. So we now have a second offensive technique in our repertoire. Go back to town. Let's make another quick run. Take a moment here. This time we'll kind of be running through. Maybe that locked door will be open. That'd be a nice little shortcut, wouldn't it? Oh, I see a treasure chest up there, so before we check out the door, let's go ahead and grab it because this is potentially a transfer potion. Pixie's Wing would be nice too. But yeah, it's a transfer potion, so we can get out if we get into a pinch like last time. There's nothing unusual. The door's just locked. Okay. Gonna run through a bit. I don't know. I know I said wait till next time, but we're gonna be passing that room anyway. What do you think? You know what? We'll save it. We'll save it for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and try the rush out on these slimes, because if it doesn't work right, it's just slimes. All in one shot, 13 damage, 4 slimes down. So right now that's what's going to be helping us with these little encounters. It saves us a little bit of time. Again, just got to make sure they're low enough level that we can get through. Or get a surprise attack, so it doesn't really matter. Even if we fail here, we'll get a second crack at it. Picked up another axe. Yeah, we're going to save Helga's room for tomorrow's upload. Appraising. Should be another hand axe. Yeah, I didn't see anything else really coming out of that. Do a nifty little side step there. And here we get more slimes. So if it appears that we're just kind of blowing these combats off, it's because we're just kind of blowing these combats off. We've kind of seen where we have to go for this. To progress, we've got to get down to that second floor. Pick up a slime's goo. Still looking for that Pixie's Wing. Maybe this'll be. Nope, another harpy. Now let's go ahead and give the rush a try. Not sure if 13's going to be enough damage to take out the harpy, honestly. Yep, turns out it was just enough. No! I was wrong, the harpy survived, and it's going after our caster. So Sarah the Priest got hurt. Let's go ahead and clean that up with a double slash. So like I said, it's not 100% that it'll take everything out. Cleaned that up nicely, 180 damage between the two fighters on an already wounded harpy. And Keo levels up. But, do gotta watch, how much damage you specifically do. Here we have slimes and orcs, so this is perfect rush material. Really want to get into some higher level combats as well, so we can go ahead and get everybody leveling this time. Knight says, "Were you able to meet Her Majesty?" We nodded. The knight lowered his eyes and asked, "I see. What did you think of Her Majesty?" Well, she was kind of cold. She wasn't really mean, though, so could say cold, but you know this guy's looking for a favorable response. Can't really say she was kind either. I feel like I'm not sure is the most honest answer. That's what we're going with. Not sure, huh? What the heck was I thinking asking you guys? I apologize, just forget it. He returned to standing upright after he spoke, so clearly wasn't the answer he was looking for. Just gonna run our way down through. You know, maybe now that we've progressed to that point. Yep, Dots is back. He goes, "Hey, wait a second. I've been waiting for you because I need you to do me as a favor." He's been waiting for us. We've been checking in for him like 3 times now. I just don't waste your time. Comes a secret hideout. By secret, he means that large door. Gots pulled your arm and led you through the door. Goes, feels comfortable to be in this cramped place. He became much more energetic compared to when he was outside. Goes, ahem, now then, here we go. Starts disarming. Okay, we are pulled right into. Goes, congratulations, you just won a field stone. Cool? Says, well, something like that. It's be my handmade trap, although it's be a little weak. I's gonna make improvements and show them in my labyrinth. I's gonna make a variety of them. My goal is to make the perfect trap. That's be where I's need your help. It's be a top secret job that I can only ask my best buddy, you. Yous have proof of our friendship, right? Oh, that's stone. Yeah, I kinda gave it to a girl, didn't I? Says, yous don't have? I see, so you gave it to her. Yous in love, aren't you? No. Our friendship. Yous crush for her. And yous zeal to challenge the labyrinth. I's get good vibes from you. I's guess my judgment be right. So Gots is gonna like us no matter what. Nice guy, that Gots. Because don't worry, the jobs be a piece of cake and pie. I just want you to test the quality of my traps. Of course, you won't be working for free. I's not that stingy. If yous test them the ways I's tell you, I's give you a gift. On the other hand, yous will have to pay me to test them. So we're not working for free, but we have to pay money. Really screwed up logic there. So since they be made and not mass produced, the cost to test be slightly high. I's don't make so much money, so I's can't give you a discount. But my's gift will be something nice. Got it, bro? Bro! By the time yous come next, I's have something ready. So yeah, Gots will be working on different traps as we go through there. As it is, I guess we could cash in that field stone. Kyo's at rank 2. Sarah's at rank 3. We're at rank 3. Let's get us all at rank 3. Because again, if you're using the spell, you need it to work. You need it to actually cure something. Here we go, some orcs and some bandits. Now, we learned our lesson with the harpies. Don't just go assuming the rush is going to solve everything. We want an allied action. Let's go ahead and restrict shot. And let them attack the rogue. Well, Kyo took that down easy, didn't he? Now, just to spice it up a little, double slash on the rogue, and we'll let back row just attack the orc normal. There it goes. Open through, bust through the magic wall, into a bogey cat. Literally right on the other side. Restrict shot and attack. Another important reason the cautious route is best, Keo missed with that one strike, which would have probably doomed us in the event of an offensive AA. We would have at least gotten hit, that much I could say. I suppose doomed is a little strong at this point. Pick up some bogey cat fur. We really need to hit that pixie wing. Maybe check into the material shop. Friendly monster, we will leave it be so nobody accidentally turns evil on us. And make our way through. Using up all kind of energy there. So yeah, monsters will just randomly wander in and out of doors as well. Something to keep in mind as you go through. So we can see a staircase there, and once again, as soon as we walk into the room, there's the Reaper. This time, we're not going to spend too much time mincing about. We know we've got something to do, and we know it involves moving up those stairs. So we're just going to go ahead and take the stairs here. Do a little bit of running. Take a walk across this bridge. Get a gleam of fire. Says, don't you mess with Rui, the former sorceress. Okay, we remember Rui. Flame burst right in front of your eyes. Red-headed girl was burning away undead monsters with her spell. Looks like Rui, the female thief who you encountered at the shop. The one who gave us the magic stone quiz. Not before long, a black shadow crumbled in the midst of the flames. She goes, just get back down there, okay? As you were lost in admiration, Rui smiled at you. She goes, we meet again. If you're fascinated with that, you must still be a rookie. Did I upset you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean any harm, really. To make up for that, I'll teach you how to fight the undead. Huh? You don't need it? Come on, I won't be long. The undead don't die from normal attacks. That's an important thing to remember here. It'll do some damage, but you'll never be able to defeat them. The only way to defeat the undead is to use your spells. If you can't use any spells, use a magic weapon. Something beyond a rookie's power, though. Other than that, a priest, bishop, or knight's dispel is effective. Dispel is a technique used to purify the undead by a prayer to those who serve God. If their prayers reach God, the undead will either run away or disappear immediately. If you don't have any access to the previous things I've said, just don't fight them. You may become one of them by the time you realize it. Rui winked as she said this. From here on, you're going to start encountering the undead. Just be aware of the number of spells you have left in your party organization. She goes, then I'll see you again if we both still live. Rui pranced past your side after she's finished speaking. She goes, thanks for the tuition. She had a handful of gold coins. She picked it when she passed you. I mean, last time she gave us a stone, I guess. Kind of a dick move, but what can you do? She's a thief. We had to expect it. Goes, see ya. Rui jumped to a path below and disappeared into the darkness. We lost 100 gold. 100's not that bad. Oh, we're definitely not coming back out that way. The undead monsters that Rui defeated were laying on the ground. The burnt bodies slowly turned into ashes. You heard a shuffling sound and turned your head towards it. To your amazement, an undead kobold staggered and stood up. Nice little fella there. Seems there were some survivors from Rui's spell of fire. They slowly approached you. Are we prepared to fight the undead? Yeah, we're full on spells. Let's do this. You study with weapon in hand. Also have that dispel on us. Now we already know that the fighters aren't going to be able to do anything here because they don't really have magic weapons. So we'll have them both sort of defend. And we'll try dispelling. It's free, so I always try that first. One ran away and one was defeated. Just that simple. The battle is over. Yet another good reason to have a bishop in the party, although we get the same thing from the priest. Get the level up for Sarah, get 100 gold back. Agog had the way to fight the undead ingrained in his head. I mean, yeah. See if he's left the bridge at all. Okay, we can progress up the stairs now. Kind of winding our way the whole way to the top here. Enter the room. Got a little treasure chest to pick up. It is a gauntlet. Let's go ahead and check that out. Hand that over to Agog. And appraise. Just a basic gauntlet. So we'll hold on to that because everybody's kind of full on inventory space. And the Reaper just popped up out of friggin' nowhere. Jump down here. Thief says, hey, don't scare me like that. The Hobbit thief was scared when the party suddenly jumped down. Goes, geez, I thought you were monsters. I'll forgive you since I'm in a good mood. I finally found out what this switch is for. Hey, want me to tell you? Yeah. Says, Agog's kind attitude gave a good impression to comrades with a good or neutral attribute. So we're being nice to the kid thief, and that's making our party like us even more. Goes, from my thorough investigation, this switch opens a hidden door. Should be able to get around the first floor with ease now. Okay, that's the thing we were looking for. That locked doorway at the beginning is now going to be open. Goes, well then, I think I'll take off now. The Hobbit thief ran off so nimbly to a lower level. Yep, now it's unlocked. Okay, let's use transfer potion, get back to town. Well, do we? Yep. Ricardo got possessed again. I hesitated. That happened. So transfer potion back to town. Next time through, we'll have to reach the second floor and check out Helga's Magic Stone shop in progress. But first things first, let's hit the temple, and then the lodgings, and then we'll save up. Kind of a longer stream here. $1,200 gold. Spending all our cash this time, too. Reaper's really starting to cost us some money. Oh well. Everybody but Ricardo levels up. Poor Ricardo. 200 gold altogether. Kyo's level 6. Sarah's level 6. And Agog is level 6. And we've got access to level 2 spells when we make them. But that's going to do it for us here. I want to thank you for watching this. When you get the chance, this has been Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and we'll catch you next time.